November is the time of the year where everyone is looking for a deal. And this also happens to be a very good time to start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there are so many awesome decks that can compete with the top decks of this meta. Also keep in mind our latest set, Chaos Impact, will be receiving its limited run. There are some really good gems in there. The Mystic Fighter set is set to drop soon, so let's take a look at some cards that you guys should buy before they skyrocket in price. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But also be sure to hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. So without further ado, I present to you the cards you guys should buy before they skyrocket in price. Okay guys, so before we get into this video, if you guys plan on going to TCGPLAYER, I strongly suggest you use the link down below in the description. It helps me a ton, and saying that I'm hooking you up with cards you should buy before they skyrocket, hook your boy up. All you gotta do is just use the link. It doesn't really change anything except it helps me out. Starting off with our first card that you guys should buy before it skyrockets, Draco Berserker of Tenye is a very powerful card, possibly the best Synchro 8 monster in the game. Now its requirements are simple. It requires a tuner and a non-tuner monster. As long as you can Synchro summon the 8, you can pretty much slam this bad boy to your side of the field. I personally thought it was going to require a Tenye monster, but its effects are amazing. The first thing this card does is if your opponent activates an effect monster's effect, you can banish it. This is a pretty big contrast to the Warlord Savage Dragon, which will negate a monster's effect because this card gets rid of the entire threat. Sometimes you might just want to negate that monster's effect, but a lot of times you want to get rid of the threat entirely in this Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. This card's other effect grants you a second attack and will increase its attack if it destroys an effect monster by battle. So sometimes you can summon this monster to disrupt your opponent, other times you can summon this monster to go for game. Currently, Draco Berserker of the Tenye sits at a low price of $2. This card can easily be a $10 card. The next card we are going to talk about is probably the second best fusion spell card in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. I mean, Super Polymerization is pretty much #1. Shuttle Fusion is amazing. What this card does is it allows you to fusion summon a Shuttle monster from your extra deck using cards from your hand or your side of the field. Pretty standard, right? Doesn't seem like there's really much else to it. But the kicker is if your opponent has a monster spell summon from the extra deck, you can use monsters in your deck instead. That's what makes this card just so freaking powerful, especially when you go second. Going against almost every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck in the meta, they will touch the extra deck to some capacity, meaning that you can send Shuttle cards from your deck to the graveyard like Shuttle Dragon, which allows you to help break your opponent's board, Shuttle Beast, which allows you to get more resources, as well as bring a body to your side of the field to help devastate your opponent. Shuttle Fusion for a secret rare currently sits at about $1 or $2. This is like, seriously, if there wasn't a better investment, it's Shuttle Fusion. Pick this card up. Even with the upcoming structure deck, it won't be a secret in there. This will be the highest rarity Shuttle Fusion card. Staying in the Shadows of Valhalla set, Shadows of Valhalla? Shadows in Valhalla? Valhalla? Am I saying that right? Valhalla. Outer Entity Narlia and Outer Entity Azathoth has been seeing a ton of competitive play. Reason being is that making the Azathoth on your turn prevents your opponent from hand trapping you. That means that your opponent won't be able to Nibiru you, Thanos you, Ash you, or whatever other interruptions that they have on their turn. Now, this card is no god, even though it's like, godly? It can be infinite impermanence, but having access to a monster that restricts your opponent from disrupting you on your turn, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about disruptions right now and breaking boards, and Outer Entity Azathoth just says, nah fam, I'm not for this. The best thing about picking this card up right now is that this only had one print, and the Shadows in Valhalla set is a relatively old set. So having these cards on deck for when they do shoot up in price to around $5 to $10, that's what I project them to be, is just a smart and sound idea. Galit, granted, in my opinion, should have been a lot higher than 70 cents. I picked mine up around sneak peek for $6, and I really didn't look back, and here's the reason why. Galit, granted, is a king of feral imps, and for the players that played in Master Rule 3 Pendulum format know how powerful King of Feral Imps is. Not only does Galit, granted, give you a free search of a rock monster, not naming Nibiru, this card will only get better in time the more rock monsters come out in Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that Block Dragon is a bannable monster and this card searches it. That should literally be enough for you guys to pick up Galit Granites. Currently they're sitting at 70 cents, so the TheCaliffect is taking a huge loss from picking it up at sneak peek price, but it's fine. I think that this card will go back to at least $5 when the card becomes really competitive because it does search free rock monsters. I mean, you can search Nibiru, or you guys can check out my Earth Burning Abyss deck profile and I'll show you how powerful this card really is. No, seriously, check out the Earth Burning Abyss profile. No, seriously, bro. Check out that Earth Burning Abyss deck profile, G. Check it out. El Shaddai Winda in secret rare form is just another card that I feel players should be picking at. Again, the structure deck coming out won't have a secret rare El Shaddai Winda, and its next print is the ultra rare, meaning that the secret rares will be the highest rarity for this card, and it's a perfect time to pick this card up. Currently, Shuttle Winda does sit at a relatively low price. I can see it being a $5 to $10 card because it is the highest rarity. What does this card do, you may ask? Well, it doesn't really do much. It allows a player to special summon once. Only one. After you special summon once while Shuttle Winda is on the field, you can no longer special summon. Think about all of those decks that love to special summon multiple monsters to their side of the field, and Shuttle Winda basically says no. But TheCaliEffect, what about Raigeki? Well, that's a good thing. Not only does no one play Raigeki, but just to point something out, El Shaddai Winda cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. It's a prime instant fusion target that you can protect with Dengirsu, so it doesn't always have to go into a Shuttle deck. El Shaddai Winda is just a card you guys should always have because it's just so smexy. I mean, come on, look at it. It's a card that's just really good. Tenye and Unchained are decks that players were really hoping to be competitive right now, and it's unfortunate that they haven't had enough tops. I personally think that Tenye is a deck that could compete right now, and Unchained is a few cards away from being really powerful, but that shouldn't stop us from abusing some of the generic cards they have right now. Unchained Abomination is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. A Link 4 monster that requires just a Link monster to summon. Its effect allows you to destroy a card on the field, or a monster on the field, I believe, during the end phase. You can also destroy for destroying cards, and then destroy when he's destroyed. This card is just completely amazing and only sits at an all-time low price of about $3 to $4. I say pick this card up just because it's generic and good, and the fact that it can destroy cards and have free spot removal on every given turn is just too strong if you ask me. Keeping it to the Unchained and Tenye movement, we gotta talk about Draco Masters of Tenye, who can't be destroyed by battle with an effect monster, and then allows you to destroy cards on your opponent's side of the field equal to the number of non-effect monsters you have on your field and graveyard. I don't even think this card's $1 yet, but people haven't really noticed that it has 3 Link arrows pointing down, and it only requires a Link monster to summon. This card is actually a lot better than what people would give it credit, and I can see it being a $5 card fairly soon. The last card we are going to talk about is True King of All Calamity. Now, bringing it a little bit back, it seems like the Maximum Crisis set just might have been one of the best sets of all time, giving us Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, also giving us true Draco monsters, which are still used to this day, giving us True King monsters, and True King of All Calamity. The only reason why True King of All Calamity hasn't seen a ton of play is because it's really hard to make rank 9 monsters, but with the new set coming out in Mystic Fighters, it's a lot easier to make a True King of All Calamities, which can essentially turn off all of your opponent's effect monsters, and if you want to, you can change them or attribute to your liking, which allows you to manipulate other card effects to your so choosing. True King of All Calamity, last time I checked, is a little bit under $1, and seeing that it is a 3-year-old set I don't think has had any reprints whatsoever, yeah, this card can be really expensive. Make sure you have your true King of all calamities before it is too late. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and if you really did, consider joining our Patreon. We have so many awesome rewards. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys having a great day, like I am.